The next one is from, here's our boy, Kong Shower, one of Conan's favorite accounts here. The subject is, the Stadium Stampede will be the thing that kills AEW. If you remember last year, AEW did a Stadium Stampede match that was generally hated by everyone and caused AEW's ratings to lose like 230,000 viewers. AEW clearly only listened to Meltzer's review of it because they did it a second time on pay-per-view, and the ratings went down to 460,000. Even worse than that, your boy Chris Jericho did a podcast for Stampede 1 and 2 talking about how awesome he thought it was. He's wrong, and that whole company seems to live in a bubble. K-Dog and D.I., do you think that the comedy gimmick matches are losing AEW fans? Do you think that they are ever going to learn and change course, and they've been around for a while now, yet they're still making the same mistake as they did in All In 2019? I'll say this. I think Conan would agree, is that the formula is there, that 30% of the people that don't watch wrestling anymore don't watch it because of the cartoonish element of professional wrestling. And all of the shows, from WWE down through AEW, are putting on way too much cartoonish content to think that mathematical equation would change, because I don't think it won't.
But let me ask you a question.
Real quick, as long as you continue to give cartoonish comment, the fans will continue to leave, because I think that's a pretty good telltale sign. Go ahead.
Now, this guy just posted, Joe, I don't remember the numbers, but Disco just said that it went down in the ratings. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands, and the second time even more. Are those numbers true?
I remember there was a big dip after last year, but that was right after COVID started, and there was no fans, and it was kind of weird. This year, they're on Friday, so they switched days. Yeah. I mean, I'm not making excuses, but there's kind of excuses there.
The Friday audience was down the weekend, the Friday before the pay-per-view, and it was down way worse the Friday after the pay-per-view.
Because I think what might be happening here, maybe, if they're losing so many people, is their hardcore fans like it, and that's who they're kind of listening to, and maybe like the masses don't, who you should be listening to.
Yeah, but at one point, I think the general perception was AEW might have close to 1 million hardcores, and we're finding out that that's not really the case, because there's a lot less than 1 million people watching on Fridays.
I'll give you something that makes perfect sense, and it probably has something to do with the numbers. There's 100% chance this has something to do with the numbers, okay? So the lead-in show for AEW is the best wrestling show on TV right now, and I don't think anybody can argue that's watching this objectively, and the numbers tell it. They're the highest-rated show is SmackDown, okay? So they have a SmackDown lead into AEW. So you're going to have some of your WWE audience is going to filter in and continue to watch AEW, right? But now we're looking at, now we're having to invest 4 hours in professional wrestling, okay, in a row, and everybody agrees that 3 is torture for Raw, right? And it used to be 2 for NXT and AEW because they went head to head. So you're asking people to wrestle 4 hours, and then you're as a company in the 4th hour and the last half hour of your 4th hour, you're putting on Comorado versus Dustin Rhodes. It's the formula is going to be bro, people are not going to stay up and continue watching this stuff. They're booking the show to lose viewers because they're giving up because a bunch of people were watching it. 3rd hour come, maybe some people stay, but the 4th hour is bro, if this is what you're going to finish with, I'm not staying. I don't care. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think there's some validity to what you just said.
Yeah. But to one thing I'll disagree with, who's that, Kong Shower, is that the first Stadium Stampede, that was a little bit more comedy. There was Matt Hardy doing the resurrection stuff and all that, but the second one was a nice. It was like film-esque or whatever they call them, but there was a lot of good stuff in there, and it wasn't as much comedy. He was being chased with the golf cart once. Other than that, those guys were beating the shit out of each other. I thought it was good. Let me ask you a question. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Picture a T-shirt that has a picture of King Kong, and there's a shower head over him, and water's coming down, and he's lathering up his chest. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's the T-shirt that says Kong Shower. Do you think people would buy that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Maybe we should make it happen. Let's see what happens.
Kong Shower T-shirt.